All right, listen here, TikTok. This is what 30 years of hard work gets you. That's my truck right there, 2018 Ford F-150. As we come out here, you'll see my house. This is my house. That's my neighbor, that's my neighbor, that's my neighbor. He's white, he's black. Over there, that guy's white. Over there, that guy works for the town of something or other. We all get along in this neighborhood. There's no such thing as white privilege. And if I would listen to those motherfucking Democrats, I'd be in the ghettos causing riots. But I'm not. I listen to myself, and I listen to what I want to do. And look at that right down there. That there's an American flag. This is what America's about. Stop listening to the liberal left and stop listening.
You want to make America great again too? Fuck America. Here we got one here. I'm in the hood. I'm on YouTube. I'm a YouTuber, so y'all just know what y'all say. I'm a YouTuber.
Man,
fuck America. You say fuck America.
Man, fuck Trump.
Damn, that's how you feel, bro?
Yeah, fuck Trump.
Why you feel like that, bro?
Because he sucking baby dicks and fuck the KKK. KKK. Hold on. K. Fuck you talking about?
That's all y'all know is fuck Trump, KKK. That's where we going with this?
Black Lives Matter.
All lives matter, ain't that right?
Yeah.
I mean, y'all hate America. Where else would y'all want to go other than America? Let's just say we got rid of America. Where would you like to go?
My girl said all lives matter.
All lives do matter. I'm just trying to tell y'all I'm in the hood and I'm a black nationalist. And I just want y'all to know they slicing y'all up right now. Like I told you yesterday.
Like the right.
They gotta unite the right rally today, right? You got the left side and the right side. You think all white people are racist?
Nah, there's some good ones out there.
And I'm telling you, the little ones that's down there, the little KKK and the Nazis, just a small amount of people, but on the news, that's all they're gonna show you all day. They're not gonna show you the people who talking the real shit.
Yeah, because there's some white people that's against it.
Exactly. It's the white people against it, just like black people. When we hear people saying shit about white people all the time, we don't want to hear that shit all the time either. We don't want to hear all that shit. Same thing, white people be against it too. When you see Black Lives Matter, you see plenty of white people down there also with the Black Lives Matter. But first thing they have us to say is fuck Trump. Why they have us say fuck Trump? Trump ain't doing nothing to us, bro. Do you know black people unemployment rate is at its all-time high? It's never been a time in history where more black people had jobs, ever. Ever. Women's unemployment rate is at its all-time high and ain't never been like that, bro. Our gross domestic product is up 4%. You know, we made billions of dollars last year. We up. Politicians hate Trump because they want us to lose to a new world order. That Illuminati shit everybody talking about and all the raps and all that shit.
That shit ain't real.
That shit real. Yeah, that shit is real. And that's what they want. But Trump ain't with that shit, bro. Trump say, fuck the United Nations, fuck NATO. We're going to make America. They trying to turn us against him. Because he's not them. You got to understand what I'm saying. You understand? He's not them. If all the bankers and all the politicians and all the money hate this man, they been evil. We know they was evil before we even heard of Trump.
That's the Illuminati.
They hate Trump. The Illuminati hate Trump. All the bankers hate Trump. So they got to make you turn against him. Why? Because look what he's trying to do. He's trying to fix America. He done went over there. He went to Europe. You know how we provide security for the whole world? Trump say, man, y'all motherfuckers owe us money. Pay up. They say, what you gonna do if we don't pay up? They say, we ain't gonna give you security no more. Boom. Then he went over there to North Korea. Remember North Korea shooting all the missiles and shit over? Everybody thought we was gonna go to war.
They thought he set that shit up.
He squashed that shit though. North Korea, he squashed that shit. Did he squash it or not? North Korea ain't fucking with us no more. And then when we go,
because I thought at any moment, bro, they was gonna bomb the shit out our ass.
That was a lie. That was a lie they trying to tell you. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
I ain't gonna hold you, bro. With my
God bless America.
I stayed in the house.
I believe you. That's what I'm trying to tell you, bro. That's what I'm trying to tell you. They try to have us afraid, brother. Have us afraid so we can go against this man. If we stand up with this man, we can actually change shit that's been going on, brother. America can actually be a great country, and we ain't gotta be fucked up. We ain't gotta be fucked up. They tell us that we fucked up and we gotta be fucked up. We do not have to be fucked up, bro. Like I said, the jobs is coming back. In Pennsylvania, they got old steel factories. You know where they pull steel at? Metal steel. The shit been closed down 40, 50 years. Trump got that shit back going. Pouring steel in America. We ain't buying steel from China no more. We making our own shit. And that's what they hate.
I ain't even hold you. I ain't know all that.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. They don't want us to fix our own shit because they globalists. They globalists. They want one world, one order, one power. They don't want us to fix our shit. They want us to keep fighting now. They need us to hate Trump. Go down there and fight with these white people to get everybody all fucked up. That's what they need us to do. That's what they need us to do. Man, I'm trying to tell you, let me tell you something. This is what last thing I'm gonna say. Trump is not fighting against none of us. He's fighting against globalists. You understand what I'm saying? He's fighting against globalists. He's not fighting against politicians, black people. No, he's fighting against globalists. The people who run China, the people who run Europe, the people who run Turkey, the people that's been fucking us the whole time. You know, we owe China like $5 billion. We owe them $5 billion. They don't owe us shit, bro. Mexico, we owe Mexico money. They don't owe us shit. People making shit in Mexico, send it to America, don't pay nothing.
That's why everything made in China.
Everything made in China. We trying to change this shit, bro. And they hate it because the people, all the other politicians, they got their money into the global businesses. You understand what I'm saying? They got their money in China. They got their money in all the other places.
Like them foreign vehicles?
Exactly. That's where they got their money at. So they hope we lose. They don't love America. And like I said, Trump may be an asshole. You can say he an asshole. You can say he a
I
bigot.
used to think he was an asshole.
You can say, but even if that's true.
I didn't really know. I just knew what they said about him on social media and the news.
That's a fair statement, bro. That's a fair statement. And that's why I knew I could have this conversation with you because I talked to you the other day. You fair. And at least you listen. You an intelligent dude. I know you got it, bro.
I admit when I don't know something.
You got it. And that's what I'm going to tell you. That's all I'm going to tell you is because they would never tell you this.
Yeah.
I mean, if you look at the regular news
stuff, bro.
Yeah, because they only going to tell you the same thing. God bless America. Everybody, you can fool some people sometimes, but you can't fool all the people all the time. We're gonna start to wake up. I'm out here, man. God bless America, man. I appreciate your time, bro. I appreciate that, bro. You right, brother. I'm trying to tell you, brother. Just don't be provoked, brother. We can do this, man. That man is not our enemy, man. That man is not our enemy.
Lives matter or just some black lives? The black lives killed by black men matter, right? Yes? The black babies killed in the abortions clinics matter, right? Thought so. The black officers killed by that bastard in Minnesota, that matters too, right? Okay. But the black babies that are killed in the abortion clinics don't matter, do they, medical people? Do their lives matter? Does the future of our black babies matter? Huh? What's up? What's up? Awful quiet now, aren't they? Uh-huh. It's okay if we kill them in the womb, right? But you have a problem when you don't seem to really have a problem when we kill them on the streets. Yes, well, we know they're the same issue. If we don't respect the lives of our unborn children enough to save them and fight for them, our lives mean nothing once we're born.
What is happening right now in the black community, you're going to hear it in this room first. There is an ideological civil war happening. Black people that are focused on their past and shouting about slavery, and black people that are focused on their futures, okay? That's really what it comes down to, okay? I can guarantee you what you're seeing happening is victim mentality versus victor mentality. And
That's
I promise
great,
you,
by the way.
the
I love
people
that.
here are
Isn't
going
that
to
great?
win.
I love that.
And there's no doubt in my mind. I can tell you right now who is going to be better off when we look 20 years, when we look at the faces in this room, who is going to be better off are the girls that are sitting right here and across this room because they don't have your mentality. Victim mentality is not cool. I don't know why people like being oppressed. It's the weirdest thing I've ever heard. I love oppression. We're oppressed. 400 years of slavery, Jim Crow, which, by the way, none of you guys lived through. Your grandparents did, and it's embarrassing that you utilize their history. You utilize their history, and you come in here with more emotion than they ever had when they were living through it. More emotion than they ever had when they were living through it. It's embarrassing. You're not living through anything right now. You're overly privileged Americans. It's what's going on right now.
Do you think that race plays a part in wealth distribution, or either a mindset that you can't
Today?
or cannot? Yeah.
No.
You don't?
No, I don't. I don't. Hey, you and I, we're proof. Why would race have anything to do with it? Put your mind to what you want to do and go for that. It's kind of like religion to me. It's a good excuse for not getting there.
Where are we in the United States of America in race relations and what you see from day to day in your life?
Skip, they wouldn't want to ask me that. They wouldn't want my answer to represent it because God knows I have been nothing but blessed. My whole path, these 33 years have been nothing but a blessing. I have never, and never is a strong word, I've never dealt with racism, and I'm glad I didn't have to.
There is a class of colored people who make a business of keeping the troubles, the wrongs, and the hardships of the Negro race before the public. Some of these people do not want the Negro to lose his grievances because they do not want to lose their jobs. There is a certain class of race problem solvers who don't want the patient to get well. That was said by Booker T. Washington.
How are we going to get rid of racism until...
Stop talking about it. I'm going to stop calling you a white man.
Yeah.
And I'm going to ask you to stop calling me a black man.
You know, it's frustrating to me that people take race and they make it personal. You know what I mean? Like we're at a loss in this generation. If you look at it in the 80s, Archie Bunker was a stark racist. Stark. If you don't know who Archie Bunker is, look him up. All in the Family, great show. You heard him. The Jeffersons, stark racist. Fred Sanford, stark racist. But you know what black people and white people did? They laughed. You watch 48 Hours with Eddie Murphy and Nick Nolte. Both of them hated each other because he was black and because he was white. You know what they did? They laughed.
But I asked you what the racial breakdown was of your audience. Do you remember this? And you told me the only black face you could see in the whole audience was your makeup artist. I believe that's what you said, and she was in the front row, right? A lot of white kids love rap.
Yes.
Explain that. What does that say to you? What's the message of it? What's the bigger picture of it?
I don't want to be bashed because I don't want to sound like I'm on the wrong if there is a side, but I thought that was clearly a message that there was no such thing as racism. That's what I thought that was.
You know, I said, and it's probably get me in trouble, but I said to some of my colleagues recently, so I know that it's an issue, but it seems like every single day on television I'm talking about race, and it's because of the news cycle, it's in the news, but sometimes I get so tired of talking about it, I want to just go, this is over, can we move on?
And if you talk about it, it exists.
Right.
Yeah. It's not like it exists and we refuse to talk about it, but making it a bigger issue than it needs to be is the problem we have.
And right now, we are in a society where we can't have a conversation because no one's willing to listen.
People are just shouting.
People are just
Whatever they
shouting.
think.
People are walking down the street, hashtagging everything, but no one's listening.
Using wrong examples to present an argument leads us nowhere forward. I understand the emotion, and I respect my opposition, but when you go into the areas of making false charges and living in the past, you do not address the issues of the present.
And, you know, incarceration rates in America has been a problem, especially as opposed to minorities. And Roman delves into the issues around the legal system. Do you think we've made any headway in the legal system?
I think it's more important to make headway in our own house. By the time the system comes into play, the damage is done. They're not locking up 7-year-olds.
In the 1960s, 80+% of blacks were two-parent homes. Today, that is reversed completely the other way.
I was in Chicago a couple of 3-4 weeks ago, and we saw these little kids on bikes with masks on the side of their head, like 5 or 6 of them. And the driver said, yeah, they're little yummies. I said, who? He said, little yummies. Look up, Google Lil Yummy. Lil Yummy was an 11-year-old murderer.
Wow.
And you look at his picture, you'll see the headshot of him, and he's like this. And he got murdered at 11 by a 14-year-old.
Wow.
Who's doing life now, and a 16-year-old.
That makes no sense.
You blame the system? Where was his father?
No one wants to talk about perception when it comes to racial profiling. No one wants to talk about stereotypes when it comes to racial profiling.
Blacks are convinced that the #1 issue facing the country right now is social justice, racist white cops, discrimination, systemic racism, microaggression, whatever new word they come up with, and it's a bunch of nonsense.
This is what I know. I'm a certified scuba diver. My first day of class, they told me this. When you're in shark-infested waters, everything in that water is considered a threat until proven otherwise. If it's a guppy, it could be a shark until you know it's a guppy. And I think as black men, we need to realize we're in shark-infested waters. And if we don't sit our young men down and we don't talk to them about perception, if we don't talk to them about stereotypes, we're doing them a huge disservice.
It starts in the house. It starts in the home.
And yeah, well, my father got locked up. Well, where was his father?
Yeah.
You know, like I did talk about my 3 closest friends, and they did, 15 and 25. One did 28, this and that. I was the only one of the 3 that had a father in my life, even though my parents were together. But I still had a father who was a gentle man and a good example, and they didn't. We can blame the system if we want, but they didn't lock any of us up at 7.
Yeah.
We were all doing enough to get locked up at 13. My parents sent me in another direction. They didn't have anybody to help them, and they kept doing what they was doing, and the system got them. So I don't. The system is rigged, but why? All the more reason not to help it.
The number one problem domestically facing this country is a breakdown of the family. And President Obama said it. I didn't. A black kid, or kid, not just a black kid, a kid raised without a dad is 5 times more likely to be poor and commit crimes, 9 times more likely to drop out of school, and 20 times more likely to end up in jail. So you're far more likely to end up in jail without having a dad than you are because of a white racist cop.
Prime example, I got pulled over by the police, come over to my window, flash his light in my face, hand on my pistol. I can handle that 2 ways. I can start yelling and screaming and tell him he a racist and he don't know me. You doing this wrong. Or I can say, yes, officer, no, officer, or we done, officer. And both of them are going to have drastically different outcomes.
Half the homicides in this country are committed by and against black people. Last year, there were 14,000 homicides, not talking about suicides, I'm talking about homicides. Half of them were black, 96% of them black on black of that 7,000. Where's the Black Lives Matter people on that?
What happens with young black men, everything is susceptible to the question of your manhood. And what's going on in these streets ain't got nothing to do with my manhood.
Interesting.
If I'm gonna fight a police, I'm gonna fight him in a controlled environment, a court of law. I'm not gonna fight him on the streets.
In Baltimore, where Freddie Gray was killed, Freddie Gray died in a van. I shouldn't say was killed, died in a van.
Yeah.
You have a city that's 45% black. City council is 100% Democrat. The majority of city council is black. The top cop at the time was black. The number 2 cop was black. The majority of the command staff is black. The mayor is black. The AG is black. And yet here we are talking about racism. I mean, it's absurd.
All cops aren't bad cops. 99% of cops are really good dudes and women. I've 99% of the people I've met that are cops are dope. I have a lot of friends that are cops. But that 1%, that's the problem. And you want to give yourself every opportunity not to end up a statistic.
965 people were shot by cops last year and killed. 4% of them were white cops shooting unarmed blacks. In Chicago in 2011, 21 people were shot and killed by cops. In 2015, there were 7. In Chicago, which is a third black, a third white, and a third Hispanic, 70% of the homicides are black on black. About 40 per month, almost 500 per year, last year in Chicago, and 75% of them are unsolved. Where is the Black Lives Matter on that? The idea that a racist white cop shooting unarmed black people is a peril to black people is BS.
Black History Month you find
Ridiculous.
why?
You're going to relegate my history to a month?
Oh, come on.
What do you do with yours? Which month is White History Month? Well, come on, tell me.
Well, I'm Jewish.
Okay, which month is Jewish History Month?
There isn't one.
Oh, why not?
Yeah.
Do you want one?
No.
I don't either. I don't want a Black History Month. Black history is American history.
Abraham Lincoln, as my colleague said, fought a war to preserve the Union. That republic allowed for the people of the United States, under our Constitution, to amend it, therefore removing slavery, and then moving forward to the Voting and Civil Rights Act, and also the suffrage movement for women.
At that same time, and you would say it as strong as anyone, it's no excuse for bombing and destroying your own neighborhood. And burning down wherever it's happening. Burning down storefronts and stores that people
with mobs is how they get turned into that.
Yeah.
What's to be gained? You stop for one split second to think, burning and looting doesn't help you in any way.
I understand y'all upset, but like it was already said, I doubt y'all and y'all half as upset as I am. So if I'm not over here wilding out, if I'm not over here blowing up stuff, if I'm not over here messing up my community, then what are y'all doing?
I will always continue to say that riots are socially destructive and self-defeating. I'm still convinced that non-violence is the most potent weapon available to oppress people in their struggle for freedom and justice. I feel that violence will only create more social problems than they will solve.
Let's switch it up, y'all. Let's switch it up. Do this peacefully, please. My brother moved here from Houston, and I used to talk to him on the phone. He loved it here. He started driving truck. He was good. So I highly doubt. No, I don't know. I know he would not want y'all to be doing this.
So I will continue to condemn riots and continue to say to my brothers and sisters that this is not the way. Continue to affirm that there is another way.